Hey everyone, and welcome to the All Elite Zone podcast on YouTube and Twitch. We're here for our AEW Dynamite live reaction. We're 2 weeks out of the what do I call it?
2 weeks off, all out.
Yeah, I guess the fallout. From All
Fallout
Out.
from All Out. Yeah,
I thought last week was good. It was a great.
it was a very good. I really loved Moxley's promo last week. It was very good.
So let's see.
Even Jim Cornette praised it, which is wild.
Yeah, if Jim Cornette's praising something, then it's something good. Well, not every. He booked a clown match in WWE, so. Or was it Doink the Clown?
Maybe he's not the praise you want. No, but Mox coming back when he was supposed to be on was it a 6-week vacation? That's
Yeah.
I've heard about I've heard he was upset at that and good. I would be too. Tony Khan needs to pay him more, honestly, at this rate.
Yeah, I think after Full Gear, he'll probably get his break, probably, if he loses.
Oh, I think so. I wouldn't be surprised if he loses to Danielson and then he gets his break. Comes back after Full Gear.
Yeah. Because, when he flipped off Punk, it really says it all now. And the Dynamite he came back on, Quake got the weight.
Eduardo, hey guys, what happened to Mr. Jacobs? I don't think he's on today.
Mr. Jacobs is in the process of moving. Well, I guess moving. He was in Texas. Now he's moving to Colorado, maybe. Possibly.
Justin Blue. Hey guys, what's up, Justin? Jason? I'm a fool. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Oh no, I'm sorry, Jason. My bad.
Wait, what? Like, what happened?
I said Justin instead of Jason. I'm evil. I kind of my initial hope for this match was that the show would open up with Sammy Guevara in the middle of the ring, Moxley standing over him. Moxley would have beaten him just in the intro to AEW, because that's what I want to happen. At this point, I'm not even close. I'm not considering Sammy a pillar. I don't know. It's his character has fallen.
His promos on AEW,
that one they posted online.
Yeah, on the road to Dynamite, and the controls like that hit hard. And all that stuff real. Like, he's talking real. Like, he's not reading off a script or anything. Like, he's.
Well, I don't know how I felt about that promo, mostly because I don't like when wrestlers mention their Meltzer ratings and everything in their I guess I'm a stickler for kayfabe, but
I think I would rather have my matches rated by Bret Hart or someone than Dave Meltzer.
Yeah,
I don't really know who Dave Meltzer is.
You ever watch the Maury Show?
Who?
The one he's like, you are the father, you are not the father.
Oh yeah.
Sammy's promo, it felt like he was on that show. It was really weird. Oh no, my stream froze. But
yeah, he I don't want to go into his personal business, but he was living in Texas. He's having I believe Colorado. Don't quote me on that. Let's go, Sammy. That was a decent match. Moxley, this isn't going to be good for Sammy.
I think it's going to be a good match. Don't get me wrong. Sammy has great matches.
Just for John Moxley's look, just the look they just showed of him. This isn't going to be good for him.
Yeah, but like Sammy has good matches, unless your name is Ruby Soho on the All Out pre-show. But that was
she got her nose busted or something.
Nose broken by Ty Conti, and also Sammy really just dropped her on her head at one point, just so nonchalantly. So Sammy needs to have something done to his character to revitalize him.
Who? Tony Nese?
Eduardo says, I think we're entitled to a little kayfabe storytelling. Yeah, I like my kayfabe, I get, obviously everyone nowadays knows wrestling not real, so it makes sense. And also in real life, people do praise fights for just their competitiveness and how good they are. Look at Nate Diaz versus Conor McGregor too. But I don't know. It just felt like it was like I was watching the Maury Show. But maybe that's old man yells at cloud of me. But
Okay.
okay. Looks like Connor just left. He'll be back probably in 1 second. I think he's just having some connection issues. Hey, there we go.
I don't know what happened. My internet is froze. Like everything just froze. Yeah, Jungle Boy and Jay Lethal. That should be a good match.
Yeah, I think it will be.
Man.
Yeah, I guess I am. Old man yells at cloud. I can't believe we're getting Swerve in Our Glory versus Lucha Bros tonight. That's going to be awesome.
Yeah, that should be good momentum. Them going in the Grand Slam if they're still champions.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm pretty sure they're gonna win.
I could see him also. I could see Swerve in Our Glory turning heel on Acclaimed, but I really do want the Acclaimed to win. I think because I do want to see Swerve and Keith Lee go into singles competition.
Yeah, I could see them. They've been hinting at that, like a little bit.
For me personally, I would really like. I would like Swerve to be a heel. I think he could do some great heel work. Maybe Wardlow beats, or maybe Powerhouse Hobbs beats Wardlow for the TNT title. Starks beats Hobbs for the TNT title, and then Swerve eventually beats Ricky. But obviously, that's in a long. That'd take a lot of time. So.
Stupid.
Dynamite in Washington. Got Darby, got Swerve. Oh, they better book. Oh, I better see Swerve versus Darby or something on that Dynamite. That'll be nice. Oh my gosh. Moxley is This is a decent match so far. Sammy is getting a bit too much offense for my taste. But, you know, that's also my bias because I don't like him that much. Got 3 viewers in chat. What's up? But, yeah. I mean, is it old man yells at cloud to just want a bit of kayfabe in my promos? I don't know. I maybe. But, yeah, Connor will be right back. He's having some connection issues. But, yeah, right now, Sammy versus Mox is on. We got some really competitive matches. Ty is not out for some reason. I think that's pretty weird. I would have thought she would have been out with her fiance. Husband at this point. They got married, actually. I'm a liar. Why are they? No, don't pat Sammy. He's a bad guy. You're not supposed to like him. Oh, my God. Picture in picture. But how's everyone in the chat doing? How's everyone doing? How's your guys' day been? Let me hear about it. Hey, there we go.
No, I see if this works. Internet's acting up, but sometimes it's my computer that does it. It gets too hot. I just restarted it.
Gotcha. Oh, Moxley's on the table. Is he going to do something insane? You can't do a table spot during picture-in-picture. Also, Sammy, get off the table. You're going to break it. You can't have 2 people on the table.
Yeah, it will break. I've seen that happen before where both guys are on it, the table breaks. The Rock is in my town in Memphis. A lot of people spotted him out today. I'm not fixing to go down to Bill Street and sit there hours just to hope to see him.
Yeah.
You're not even guaranteed to find him. Like they're filming the Young Rock series down here.
I appreciate the bumps that Sammy takes to really win people over because he takes a lot of nasty bumps.
Yeah, I think He's had.
But that's something that a babyface should be doing, not a heel. I think he should, like,
I
he's got
think
to change up his style a bit. He's got to work a bit more heelish.
I think he was gonna go on full face, but when fans turned on him,
Well,
he
fans
just
turned
went
on
with
him
it.
because of his antics online.
He just went with it. Like they just went with it once that. But I think Sammy has had the most, or one of the most defining moments in AEW. Like he had the first ever singles match. He had the first ever Dynamite match. All the crazy risk he's put himself through.
Mm-hmm. Like that Cody match. That Cody match is phenomenal on Watchback.
The first Dynamite and the ladder match.
First 3-time TNT champion. Beat the undefeated single streak of Miro. That was insane.
Yeah.
I still do think like Sammy was the best person to do that. But
at the time, yeah, it was.
Personally, I would have done it in a different way. I would have had Miro like obliterates Fuego.
That's not.
Sammy comes out, tries to save him. Sammy loses, works on himself, and then beats Miro again. What were you saying though?
He was fixing the. Oh, just like that. That's what I was. Nasty move.
Ooh, that headlock driver is nice. I love that. I love the headlock driver. It's the old dirty deeds, you know.
Pricersburg, Boston, Massachusetts. Bridgeport, Connecticut. I think Carly went there last time. I know she's going to the Rampage they're having. It's like 5 minutes away from her house, I think, she said.
I really want to see more Jamie Hayter and Britt Baker stories, so I hope that we see that tonight in the tag match.
I could see Jamie Hayter costing Britt Baker tonight. I want
to see some promo battles with him.
But a Britt Baker costed Jamie twice now. Once in the TBS tournament and now in the Fatal 4-Way.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of wild to me how much Sammy has fallen because he'll do like some kind of like top rope move to like no sound.
Suplex. It'll like a paradigm shift at first. I know he's done the paradigm shift from the top rope before.
Yeah, I think Sammy would definitely take it.
Oh yeah, he'll take anything at this point. Like I've known Sammy, well not personally, but wrestling since before he even went to AEW. Like he was like 18. He would wrestle here in my town. He was green, like so green, and then now to see him to where he's at is something it's something to see when you see wrestling like.
Hello, Brenda. What's up? But yeah, I like Sammy a lot. He has good matches. It's like right now, it's just his character is just in a dead spot that nobody is vibing with.
I love his promos, like when they're heated.
I think when he does them, not with the camera shots, like constant camera cuts, like what was posted online, then yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, you're right. That one camera shot.
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
I really like his double bounce cutter. I think it's really cool.
I think Moxley might make him tap out. I don't know.
I think that, yeah. Could you imagine if Sammy wins this match? That'd be insane.
That's definitely something.
Oh, that was a nice transition to the Bulldog.
That'd be the shocker of this year if he wins this.
That would be insane.
But I'm glad they didn't have Darby win because they've already went against each other like twice, and if Moxley goes against him, then he would probably win. But this match has never happened. Sammy and Moxley, like they never went against each other in a one-on-one. I mean, they've been in the same storyline with the Inner Circle, but
I want to see. I need Eddie Kingston on my TV again. He hasn't been on in a while.
I think he tested positive for COVID.
Yeah, you're right.
He said he was going to get rechecked.
Yeah,
but I don't know.
I'm assuming he'll be back next week. Who would you set Eddie Kingston up to feud with for Full Gear?
Full Gear. Let's see. I wrote down my card.
Your fantasy booking card.
I had Eddie Kingston versus. Let me check real quick. I know I had him down. This isn't going to end well for them. Anna Jay and Ty Conti. Is this where Jamie Hayter joins the Blackpool Combat Club? I doubt
that would be. Oh my!
I doubt it. But it'd be something if that happened.
Yo, that would be awesome. But at the same time, I don't know if I want that because I want her to be involved with the Britt Baker story. I don't want her involved in this story.
No, not like this.
Moxley's gonna give Anna Jay the paradigm shift.
Wow, I thought that was it.
That was a really bad low blow by Ty. Oh my gosh, that was so bad. What? Okay, thank goodness. Yeah. But for Full Gear, I'd have Eddie Kingston versus Ricky Starks. I want to see that promo battle.
Sometime. I'll look it up like when this match is over. Like I have it in my notes. Because someone's about to win any minute.
Yeah, I think so too. It's almost 7:20. Sammy Guevara. Ooh. I was so scared he was going to land on his head because I thought he was going to go for that 630.
Yeah, Moxley doesn't let up on anyone, I feel like. He's the people probably hate on me for this, but he's the leader in AEW, or Chris Jericho, in my opinion. Well, I think three leaders are Jericho, Moxley, and Danielson at this point. With what they have. You know, the obvious suspensions. And
if I had to choose anyone in the AEW locker room to be like the locker room leader, it'd probably be one of those three or Eddie Kingston I'd throw in there.
Oh, come on.
Sammy has a really nice jumping knee strike. It's much better than most people's in the business.
Wow, that was an amazing match.
I like that they're calling it the Death Rider now, rather than calling it the Paradigm Shift and the Death Rider in New Japan. I like that it's just always the Death Rider.
I really thought Sammy was going to win that match.
I didn't think so.
Because the way they were building him up, and then in the match, but I bet it's going to be Moxley and Danielson at Grand Slam.
I would say so.
Since it was probably going to be CM Punk and MJF at Grand Slam.
Probably.
But that leaves a phenomenal match for Full Gear, though. You know.
Mm-hmm. For Full Gear, probably MJF versus whoever wins the title.
Eddie Kingston.
I think it's going to be Moxley. I think he's going to become the 3-time champion, just hold it until MJF. Which I don't know if I like that, though, because that'd be twice in a row that he won a title and then lost it very quickly after. And I don't want Mox to do that because I like Moxley a lot. But I also don't want Danielson's first title reign to be super short.
I'll find it. I have a lot of notes. I have the AEW Eliminator Finals. You know, they always do the tournament thing on Full Gear, determine the next champion. I mean, not the next contender. I got Hangman Page versus Eddie Kingston.
Hangman Page versus Eddie Kingston? I would like to see that, yeah.
Or Darby and Eddie Kingston. I put either one.
I was considering that also.
Yeah.
Did I put Darby on my card? I think I did.
Because I don't know
I
if
guess
they're
I
gonna
didn't.
like every year they do the well, except for 2019, they do the tournament, and they have it 2F in the tournament, go against that full gear, then they get the next title shot. Kind of like how Kenny Omega got his.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Who won it last year?
Last year was Danielson.
Danielson.
If I had to choose who would be in it, I could totally see Hangman Page and Andrade. It depends on who is the champion at the time.
I was gonna say that should be the finals. Hangman and Andrade.
I want to see a push for Andrade really bad because he's just been floundering. Like, oh my goodness, it's so sad to see my boy fall. But I think that this feud, if he's trying to go after 10 of the Dark Order, maybe Hangman Page tries to stick up for Dark Order and Andrade has a problem with that, so that leads to a feud. I could totally see that happening.
The Dark Order's pretty bad right now with injuries.
Yeah, Alex Reynolds is out. The only one that's good right now is.
So it's looking. Well, we'll know after Danielson and Jericho tonight.
But yeah, my full gear card while we're in some commercials. Moxley versus MJF for the world title. Acclaimed versus the FTR for the AEW tag team titles. Tony Storm versus Thunder Rosa. I think that's a given. That's pretty much guaranteed to happen. Jamie Hayter versus Jay Cargill for the TBS title.
I got that.
Death Triangle versus Blackpool Combat Club for the trios titles.
Yeah.
I want to see that so bad.
You got the same. Almost all my matches are the same. Death Triangle versus Blackpool Combat Club.
What members of Blackpool Combat Club do you have for
it?
Danielson, Claudio, and Yuta.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay.
Because I just don't see Garcia going to be in it yet.
Yeah. I also have Wardlow versus Chris Jericho with Wardlow winning that one. I think that'd be a big moment.
Since Christian's out, Jungle Boy versus Luchasaurus in a Falls Count Anywhere match.
That'd be good.
And Samoa Joe versus Lance Archer for the ROH.
I have Miro versus Samoa Joe for the ROH title.
That would be good. Miro and Samoa Joe.
We both just have hosses for Samoa Joe. We just want to see meat slapping at that point.
I miss Lance Archer. He was in New Japan for a while.
Yeah, he was there.
And he's back now.
Yeah. Proved he was better than Jonah. I'm a hater, I guess. I'm not a huge fan of Jonah.
MJF. Something controversial is going to happen whenever he comes out.
Mm-hmm.
You watch tomorrow. Wrestling News is going to report. He said this about WWE or said this.
Mm-hmm. I could totally see his title reign being that he's going to take the AEW title and go to WWE, and it's like a countdown for all of his feuds where it's like someone coming trying to step up, take the belt off from him, and then eventually the person who does it, I would say Eddie Kingston.
He's already pissed off. You ain't got nothing to be pissed off about. You gotta. Oh, I got tuck Moxley. You ain't swept the week. He hates New York except Long Island.
Mm-hmm. I'm so glad MJF is back.
Referencing the MJF for in 2020.
Yeah.
They should have called him Marks.
None of my streams are working. Hey, there we go. There we go.
Hey, you got MJF was the one who got bullied in school. He said that in a documentary. Wow. He brought up his
Alcohol.
yeah, but it's MJF. I'm not surprised. He has no limits.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Man, MJF.
He has no limits. He'll go to the.
I love it, but man, calm down.
Well, Wardlow got in your way, and we'll see how that turned out. I'm glad he's back too. I think a lot of people are glad he's back.
Mm-hmm. I know I am.
He drew 1.2 million in his segment last week. MJF pipe bomb after pipe bomb every week. Let's make this a weekly thing. Sean Spears? It's Stokely, probably. The Firm?
Okay, I don't. No. No.
I guess because he's handing out business cards, he's got a law. Just take the gun club out, and then put Sean Spears in there, then you're fine.
I just want MJF to be alone.
Yeah, he doesn't need anyone after.
No, he doesn't.
The Pinnacle is over, which I love the Pinnacle.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
They seem like an old school type of faction.
They were the New Horsemen. That was actually like one of my fantasy booking things. It was MJF leads the Pinnacle. Eventually, after like Cody turns heel, takes over from MJF, changes the name to the New Horsemen. Would have been perfect. The American Dream fought the Horsemen. The American Nightmare leads them. That's perfect. I did not realize how short Stokely is.
Yeah, he looks really, really small compared to Morrissey.
Mm-hmm. Well, everyone does, but I love Stokely. He's phenomenal.
Him and Marco Stunt have a good match, probably. Shots at Jose, the assistant. Wow.
Where is he going with this promo? I'm so confused.
I don't know. He's just talking about he's not a manager.
I'm a friend. This feels like an ad.
This seems like a cult.
It kind of does.
Especially like the way he's. And Moriarty's going to the pure. He's going for the pure championship. I wouldn't mind seeing that. Maybe Moriarty versus Daniel Garcia. The Guns. That's what they're called now. Hey, Colton Gunn's got a new tattoo. So is Austin. Or they fake tattoos. Yeah, I'll be here. I take him seriously. Ethan Page is the best one in this group, I think. Lee Moriarty.
Mm-hmm. The Gun Club has grown into really good tag team wrestlers, though.
Ethan Page and Pac All-Atlantic Championship. Sounds like a good match. Against. This is a cult faction. Like that's what he like just by him, like the way he was talking at first. But I'm glad they're giving these like Ethan Page, Lee Moriarty. They're
giving him gold, everything, yeah.
They're giving him more time though. Do stuff.
I really like that Ethan Page is going to be challenging for the All Atlantic title. I don't want him to win because I want Andrade to win, but you know.
Stokely looks like Steve Urkel. If he just had the pants and the glasses, maybe. He was in NXT, wasn't he, Stokely? I believe he was. I think he was with Roderick Strong and his group.
Oh, Grand Metalik made his AEW debut against Serpentico tonight on Dark Elevation.
Oh, yeah, I seen that. He went against Serpentico.
That's really cool.
Dalton Castle and the boys also wrestled on there.
I bet they have some kind of deal, just like Sky Blue has. Jason Blue, Ethan Page is so talented. I definitely agree. He's really good.
I first discovered Ethan Page, I guess a little bit of All In, but really Impact Wrestling. I love him and Josh Alexander, the North. I wish Alexander would come to AEW and bring the North back. I have like a whole Canadian group in AEW. Ethan Page, Josh Alexander, Ethan Page, Josh Alexander, Christian Cage, Sean Spears. I think Jungle Boy and Moxley will go against each other to see who gets to like 100 wins because they're the closest.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
Jungle Boy was ahead, but he was out. So Moxley's got like 82 wins. He's got 79.
I would say Jungle Boy's going to win just because I know Moxley's about to take some time off.
I don't know when they're going to have to really line them up to be at 99. By the end of this year, they should be there. Oh, and the Dynamite Diamonds coming up. I'm just going to do a 4-peat. Last year they did it around December, I think. Winter's coming. They did the finals.
I want to see more Satnam Singh in the ring. Give me some more Satnam Singh on Dark. What up, Corey? What up? What up, Michael? What up? When will Adam Cole be back? I'm assuming I want him to be back soon because I wonder what he's going to do with the Bucks. They turned on the Bucks. Nothing came of it.
Yeah.
Like, do you just throw the story out? You can't because there's so much history there.
I feel like Bobby Fish has to come back.
I can see it coming back, maybe like a per appearance deal. But
Punk's not there right now. He had problems with Punk, but he's not there right now. He won't be back for 7-8 months.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, because
Corey.
I mean, okay, when Bobby Fish says like I'll put my shoulders down for 3 for the GTS, he put him down for 3.1, and then he kicked out of it. Okay, like
Satnam Singh. Oh, that's cool. You met Satnam Singh at
Oh, really? You met him at All Fan Fest? That's awesome.
I was at the Fan Fest. I seen Satnam Singh. I didn't meet him. Like, they had some free greets and stuff, and he was part of that. But I think Adam Cole will be back maybe possibly after Dynamite Grand Slam, but I'm leaning more towards after Full Gear. Or he comes back at Full Gear.
He's at some point during some big event. Either, yeah, I like that. I totally agree with that.
I wonder, different suspensions is different each company. I wonder how long the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega suspended for.
Yeah, because Brandon Cutler and Pat Buck are back.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure Michael Nakazawa is back too. Because I know he wouldn't start nothing with.
Well, Kenny is currently in Japan, so.
Yeah, him and Daniel's for the AEW Fight Forever video game. So at least he's still on good terms with AEW.
Mm-hmm.
just for random, I've been watching a lot of BTE from when it first started.
I've never been huge into BT.
When the Elite,
sorry, you go.
15,
I was trying to click off the page. There we go.
it was like the Elite broke up or something, Ring of Honor, and then they made this whole sad music video of it. Marty Scurll singing and everyone crying. Everyone crying, and it was just it was really funny because Cody Rhodes, like, he had the cigar. I like Marty Scurll, but
I like his work is good, but him as a person, no. But you want to hear a hot take? I miss Cody Rhodes really bad. I miss Cody Rhodes a lot.
I don't miss him for right now because he'd be injured. AEW.
Yeah, but, like I just miss him on my TV. Like I liked what he was doing in WWE.
Like he got injured, not even wrestling. Like
no, he was working out.
What the hell did that happen? He paid MJF that money. He's not going to pay Bobby Fish what he's paying MJF. Like MJF's got years to go. Bobby Fish, maybe 2-3 more years. Like if he goes to WWE, he's probably going to be a performance center coach or
I agree with that.
NXT. I mean, in AEW, I'd like to see a Red Dragon title run, Undisputed Elite Trios title run, and to get the Undisputed Elite versus the Elite match. But besides those three things, that's it. I don't know how old he is. I think Kyle O'Reilly could have a good singles run as TNT champion.
I agree with that. I think he's capable of being a great single star.
But before he got injured, he was doing a lot of single stuff, and it was very good. Bacon cheeseburger.
I'm torn between going to make some tamales or just eating a ham sandwich right now. That's the question for dinner. Jay Lethal is so fundamentally sound. I love it. I really like Jay Lethal, but like, there's so much talent in AEW that I don't know if I want to. Like, I don't want to see him on my TV every single week. What do you think about Jay Lethal on TV every week?
I like Jay Lethal. The last time he was on TV was against Dax Harwood 3 weeks ago, so I guess that's good timing. But I like how they've used him. Like, he's on Dynamite, on Rampage.
Mm-hmm.
He's not used too much, really.
I want to see more Samoa Joe because he returned it all out, and then he hasn't.
Oh, he'll be going against Josh Woods on Rampage.
Oh, yep, you're right. That's just on Friday. I forgot.
I didn't get a picture with him, but Josh Woods. He was at the Fan Fest. We just talked about candy.
Really?
Yeah. He was eating some kind of candy. He was just walking around like he was a normal person. And I looked at him and he looked familiar. And I said, "Are you Josh Woods?" Because I could have swore when I was at the airport, I seen someone that looked just like Jim Ross. He had the hat.
Really?
Everything. I went up to him and that was not Jim Ross. And I told him that because there's a lot of people who look like different people in Chicago. I like Josh Woods. He's a very nice guy.
That reminds me, did you enjoy your trip to Chicago for All Out?
Yeah, it was good. Had a few transportation problems, but besides that,
oh, really?
Yeah, it was definitely an adventure. But All Out, like 10 people got thrown out.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Like the dude next to me kept on getting drunk. Like he drank like 10 beers. This guy said before he came. Then these two guys had fake tickets. I don't know how they got in, because like they were asking for their tickets. But overall, I had a very great time at Rampage and All Out.
Did you get any good deep dish pizza?
Yes, I did. Yes.
Where'd you go for it?
I can't remember the place. It was somewhere in Chicago. I can't remember. No, I have a port. Let me see if
I stand by the best pizza dish in Chicago is that Oven Grinders. I also really like Gino's East. Are you a deep dish pizza person or no? Are you anti deep dish pizza?
I mean, I like either or. I mean, I'll eat deep dish or without.
That's fair.
Can't remember where I went. I know it was like downtown somewhere. Like,
I really like Jungle Boy selling the back that Luchasaurus threw onto the grate.
I went to the Bean. I don't know what's so special, but I just wanted to go. Say I went. On Sunday, there's nothing to do before just waiting for the pay-per-view, so just went around and.
Man, Lethal is able to move so well. How old is he?
At least in his 40s, probably.
He's 37. That's actually not as old as I thought. Wow.
He's 37?
Yeah.
Wow.
He's, I think, the same age as John Moxley. He's younger than Kenny Omega. He's a year older than John Moxley, actually. But, yeah, Kenny is, I think, 40.
Wow. He is
Or
not
39.
40.
Kenny Omega. 38. I lied. Oh, my gosh. It's Ibushi that's 40. That's what it is. I just confused Ibushi and Omega. I'm an idiot. Ibushi does not look 40 also. Ibushi looks like he's in his 20s.
He's going to do a kill switch? Oh, he's going for it. I love the combinations by Lethal. Especially that one. Suicida. It was a really good match. Very good paced match. Flying elbow. I want to see Sam Singh versus Marco Stunt.
What was that? You want Sam Singh versus Marco Stunt? I want to see Big Show or Paul White versus Marco Stunt. Because that's Marco Stunt's like dream match.
Yeah, I've seen them on Sammy's vlogs and they did a few things. Paul White hasn't been on AEW in a while. I think he had surgery or something. Sanjay Dutt.
Why does someone come and pay Brian Cage if he doesn't want to pay Bobby Fish?
Brian Cage is on the contract.
Brian Cage, yeah, he's still in his contract, and also he's going to be a figure in Ring of Honor. I think he's probably going to be in the top of the card of Ring of Honor. And what are they doing with Sean Spears? Sean Spears is currently him and his wife are having a kid right now.
He said that he'll be at the Canada show in AEW.
Yeah, but like I wouldn't be surprised if he's not on the road spending time with his wife right now.
Yeah,
good husband activity by him.
Jungle Boy wins. That was a good match.
That was. I was really surprised Jungle Boy kicked out of the elbow. I kind of thought that was it.
But Sean Spears said he'll be back for Canada. I don't know what capacity, but
I wonder what he'll be doing then.
he might be back, not full time, but come back so often. He could be TNT champion. Like once they created that belt, I've seen Sean Spears TNT champion all written all over it.
I feel like right now, like when it was Scorpio Sky and Sammy holding it, I'd say yeah, but right now Wardlow's holding it, and
yeah, he's not gonna. I could see Spears winning it in the future, but Wardlow's gonna have that belt for quite a while.
Yeah, I don't know about quite a while, but I hope he has a good reign and he's able to elevate it again. I feel like it should just be like another not a mid card belt, but just another belt that anyone who is worthy can hold.
I don't think he'll win it this year. I think he'll close the year out as champion.
I can see that, yeah.
I wish they would defend the TNT title on pay-per-view. Like, they haven't defended it since All Out 2021.
I get why they don't, just because it's a TV title.
But
But
the
that means
TBS,
they need to start defending it more on TV.
because they do the TBS title on.
I think that's because it's a newer title, though, so they have to raise its prestige more.
Because I'd rather have at least a few matches of. Who is this?
That's Action Bronson and Hook. They're having a match. I'm excited for that. Literally, my friends who aren't wrestling fans, they're like, "Aiden, is Action Bronson really going to be wrestling at AEW?"
Are you seeing this promo by Ethan Page right now?
Oh, it hasn't started. I'm on a bit of a
Oh my god! Wait till you see.
Oh, this dude.
Who the hell? That was so random. Wow, that was moment of the night right there. I just like to have a TNT title match that didn't have to worry about a time extending over TV time. Because on TV you gotta worry about like where you place the match. If it's on the main event, you gotta make sure they have enough time. Then.
Commercial time. I'm really glad that they had.
I want to know who that guy was.
He's been going viral.
Who that guy who did?
Pizza wrestler. He's really good at tossing the dough. Luigi Primo, that's his name. Now I remember. I literally follow him.
That guy was
he's awesome.
Him and Downhouse. Well,
they need to form a tag team. Man, AEW debut.
that was just so random. He just popped up and then.
That was so awesome. I'm glad that AEW really acknowledges like the wrestling, like just everything that happens in it.
Yeah.
Wait, also I just realized, why is Jungle Boy's name back? I thought they were going to start using Jack Perry. Man, I really wish
Jungle Boy Jack Perry.
I think they should have kept that. This is really funny because I'm checking Twitter and everything. Sean Ross Sapp, heck of a way to open up Dynamite. Sammy Guevara and John Moxley went 100 miles per hour and killed it. Another person just right below. I sure as hell hope the last 3 matches are good because hour 1 was just in shambles. I love the duality of man. I also don't know if I like the name The Firm, because
that's something I'm gonna like. That Corey, I think Brian Cage should come back and wrestle more in AEW since already. Yeah, I agree. At least to keep him still relevant, keep him still out there.
I wouldn't say isn't starting back up anytime soon. I'm pretty sure it'll be up soon.
I hope it, because he's had the company for like 6 to 7 months now, and I don't think Warner Media is going to pick that up. Because if they are getting a women's show, I don't see them wanting to pick, and they're getting a documentary show. I don't see them wanting to pick up another wrestling show, because the NBA's coming back, NHL's on TNT now, and all that. Or not unless they don't do the women's show and they just do Ring of Honor. Because I know they trademarked All Elite Women.
Oh, Darby Allin at a Nitro Circus.
Yeah, that seems like something.
It's amazing how he does all these stunts and everything, and he's the only wrestler not injured.
Yeah, how? Like all the crazy moves he's done, he's not injured.
Mm-hmm.
But I agree, Brian Cage should at least be on some, because he hasn't had one match this year. I believe there's something for him. Hey, if they can put Marina Shafir, who's green, they can find a way. They can find a way to put Brian Cage on there.
Oh, Jeff Hardy clip just shown on AEW. I didn't think they would have showed that. I wonder, do you think Jeff Hardy is coming back, or do you think he's just gone forever?
I think Matt Hardy said that his future is fixing to be decided very soon on his Twitch channel. So for them I think he'll be back. At least I hope so, because I don't want his career to end like that.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Let's go out on a good note.
I just got an NXT spoiler. Now I might need to watch it. Oh no.
The black and gold.
Yeah, Ilya Dragunov is there. I love Dragunov. Oh my gosh.
Who did Matt Hardy challenge in that promo?
Ooh, Hobbs.
Who is he doing?
That banger theme.
This is not going to last long. Matt, from Albany, New York. You got a good crowd reaction.
Let's see. Who's Hobbs going to squash here?
I've noticed when AEW brings these guys, like the local fans, not all of them, but some of them, they get a good crowd reaction.
Mm-hmm. Like when it was on one of the darks before All Out 2021, I think. Sky Blue got a really good reaction against Red Velvet. So, and now here she is. She took a spot in the Casino Battle Royal at 2021, and now she's pretty much signed. Also, Sky Blue is great, though. I'm biased. I'm totally biased. I've gotten to see her wrestle live multiple times.
Looks like she's just signed to AEW.
Mm-hmm. Wow, got beaten in one move. Got beaten in one spine buster.
Wow. At least he got his TV time. No.
Personally, if I'm Tony Khan, I'm having, if Hobbs and Wardlow ever face each other, and Hobbs is going to be going over Wardlow taking the title, I'm having the ring break when Hobbs uses the spine buster. I'm setting that up so the ring breaks.
Ring of Honor. Tony Khan at the Death Before Honor said it's not going to be a developmental brand. It's just going to be its own. Of course, there'll be some crossovers with FTR and stuff like that, but I mean, there will be some different people that will kind of like it, make it think developmental, but he said he didn't want people to think it's developmental. But I could see like the Renegade Twins and Kylan King and people like that in Ring of Honor.
Man, Hobbs is comfy on the mic. Oh, this man is dangerous. Oh my God.
Come start.
The Book of Hobbs is hard. I need that shirt.
These two are going to fight at Grand Slam, I bet.
Oh. Man, Ricky said that the tights were for a one night only thing. So that makes me disappointed because I really like his look at All Out.
Smart by Starks.
Security not doing anything, just watching them.
Hey, I'm like, they probably don't want to be demolished. They've had a lot going on, the past the Wardlow and.
Oh man, Ricky's theme is so good. It's so good. I think Mikey Ruckus did not an interview, but he was just on Twitter. Someone asked the inspiration for Ricky's theme, and he was talking about how it's like you walk out of a bar on Bourbon Street, and you just walk right into like some kind of like fashion show. And it was like a really like he painted a really good picture of it. Let me see
Yeah,
if I
it
can
makes
find it.
the theme makes you think of a New Orleans
Mm-hmm.
feel. Lucha Bros and Swerve in Our Glory next. This is gonna be a good match.
This is going to be a very fun match. Seven minutes ago, Tony Khan absolutely ratioed someone on Twitter. Oh no! He tweeted, "It was I like the pizza," and then someone else replied, "I like this ratio." Tony Khan replied, "I love this ratio," and fucking obliterated him. Excuse my language, sorry, but oh man. Ricky Starks got some extra pep in his step this week. Cody Rhodes must have sent him a "go get him" Tiger text. This is so funny.
Who said that?
Let's see who though. It was just on Twitter. Yeah, just some random person. That's amazing. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'm seeing where Tony Khan here. AEW is going to Seattle, Washington. I think they put that out, didn't they? It seems like after the Punk and all that stuff going on, that everyone's trying to make fake rumors about people leaving and trying to make AEW feel like it's falling apart. But Thunder Rosa's not leaving. Young
Yeah,
Bucks,
people are saying like someone was literally like, "Oh, Thunder Rosa asked for her release," and then Thunder Rosa's husband was like, "Where are
yeah.
you all getting this information from?" Like
And then
laughing at
Thunder Rosa herself, like before that was a thing, she said, "Do not believe anything these like ringside news, especially. Don't believe everything you see." And the Young Bucks did not send anything to WWE Town about coming there. They
Yeah,
denied it.
I bet that what was I going to say?
The only people I take like news sources Fightful or Dave Meltzer, because
Yeah,
Fightful has a lot of seen Sean Ross. He has a pretty good intel stuff. The ringside, they've become a complete.
I exclusively listen to Zero News, so I'm wrong on everything.
I hate to say it, but ringside is fake news. Like
it is. It's so bad. Man, I love Swerve. Swerve might be their best signing of 2022.
Yeah. For the women, I gotta say it's Toni Storm.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
She's been ever since she's been signed, she's been used like consistently. Dynamite, Rampage, Elevation, a little bit.
Like for best 2021 signing, probably CM Punk. Best 2022, Swerve, I'd say, yeah.
That's gonna be interesting. Phoenix and Swerve in a ring together. I don't know if they've won against
each other before. Nice.
I don't know if they've been in 1-on-1 or anything.
I have no idea.
I don't think. Well, if they have, I don't know about it. If anyone in the comments knows if these two went against each other before.
Let me check.
When AEW first started, I wanted him to sign Strickland, but he signed with WWE. Ooh, that was a good move.
I'm not seeing anything. I searched Swerve versus Ray Phoenix. Nope.
Keith Lee and Ray Phoenix.
Ooh, what a Hurricane Rana from the top. Oh, Keith Lee is going to send Ray Phoenix flying. I cannot wait until the day we get Keith Lee versus Kenny Omega.
Yeah. I can't wait for Kenny Omega versus Buddy Matthews.
That's gonna be fun.
I thought we would have maybe got that at All Out, but the Dork Order had to win. What do you guys think AEW should do better with their talent, and what would you like to see them do in the next year that haven't done yet?
So people they haven't used enough yet.
Maybe Sean Spears, Ethan Page, Andrade.
Andrade is my biggest one.
Malachi, Lance Archer.
For me, it's a lot of people, a lot of women in the women's division. You know, I want to see more Ruby Soho. I want to see Athena doing more. I want to see Shida doing more. I want to see Serena Deeb doing more. Like I get that 2 of those mentioned are on tonight, but like why? Like it was just out of nowhere. But I think the women's division has so much potential, but it's this narrative of only Britt Baker. That's it. Only Britt Baker.
It seems like Toni Storm's she's getting a lot of popularity right now.
She is, and it just goes to show that if you do invest in these women, then people will respond. It's a matter of like Tony Khan will put them on for 1 week. Oh, these people aren't like responding right away. Never again. But then you put Toni Storm on week after week, and we see her develop. We see her like go through these challenges and everything. Then like of course we're going to be invested.
Like last Wednesday was Penelope and Toni Storm. Like Penelope lost the match, but she still like progressed in the match. Like you could see that she's improved in the course of being an AEW from it first started.
It also helps, yeah, because she's been around since AEW has started. So
she technically won, even though she won the performance. She did very good. But of course, I'm going to say Brian Cage.
She came out better than she went in. So yeah, I would say that's good. That if you're running a good promotion, every single match should be like that. No, the problem is not every single match is like that.
And what they should do next year, they haven't done, is maybe women's tag titles.
But I would say yeah. But first you have to establish some women's teams.
No, I agree with MJF on this. Like, okay, fans. Well, he didn't talk about this, but people are changing their opinions, I guess. Fans said they wanted trios titles, but when the AEW has trios titles, they said they have too many belts.
I get that. I used to think there was too many belts, but then I realized, like, then I look at New Japan and I see how many belts they have, and I'm like, okay, yeah, actually, it just works out. And
they're counting the ROH titles, and those aren't really when they're used on AEW because they don't have a good show. I think AEW maybe add Forbidden Door as a yearly thing.
I think Forbidden Door is going to be a yearly thing. I bet that next year it happens in Japan. Yeah. And I could also see them adding All In. I don't know if that's going to be a Ring of Honor pay-per-view or an AEW pay-per-view, or once Ring of Honor is up and going, it could be a mix of those. Some kind of super card. I think that'd be nice. This is a nice submission that Swerve's got going. I like it.
So the thing I like about AEW is this is a wrestling-based show. Like, I mean, I will admit WWE has gotten better, but there's still so much talking. You got 3 hours to showcase people that doesn't get.
I mean, hold up, WWE. It's a little bit better. It's not. Yeah. It's still not like it's no. I would say it's nowhere near AEW's level of storytelling. No. The only reason that people are praising it so much is because it's better than Vince McMahon was. The bar for WWE is so much lower than AEW. People, because AEW is so good, people act like if a Dynamite is not the best Dynamite ever, then the show is the sky is falling. But because because Triple H is doing a little bit better than Vince, all of a sudden Raw is the best product ever. Because it makes me so mad.
When the Punk stuff happened, like one little incident, AEW's going out of business. AEW's. If they put on one little bad thing in one little show, they criticize AEW. And I feel like AEW gets held to a different standard than the rest of the promotion.
The bar for AEW is so much higher.
But W has gotten a little bit better. I've watched one day was
I agree it's a little bit better.
Gargano and Austin Theory was a good match. And the Kevin Owens and Theory thing, that was.
But then, like, even under Triple H, for some reason, Dakota Kai and Io Sky lose their tag title match, and then just next week they just get a rematch and win it.
Yeah,
That's that's bad booking. Nothing changed.
Oh, it's gonna.
They lost for the sake of it. Oh wow, that was an insane backbreaker by Keith Lee.
This. I don't know what. Super kick.
Also, Keith Lee, I didn't mention it, but Keith Lee just lawn darting Ray Phoenix into Penta to break up the pin was genius. I love that.
Canadian Destroyer. Wow. On Keith Lee. Wow. That's amazing. That was a great spot.
Oh, wow. Wow. Oh, my gosh. I just got that. That was amazing.
The hype
Lee is phenomenal.
Like the hype they got on that move.
Did you see how high Keith Lee jumped and was still able to rotate around?
Oh, I pushed Phoenix off.
That was amazing. Oh, man, that was amazing.
How's the match ended for you, or the winners?
Big Bang Catastrophe. Yeah.
Just swerved and Keith Lee retained. I'm glad they retained.
Me too. I do think if they are losing it soon, it should be the Acclaim taking it off of them.
But that was a Corey. Yeah, that was a amazing match.
It was especially those ending spots.
That Canadian Destroyer. That.
Oh, the Acclaim coming out. I need to hear this rap. Brian Cage versus Keith Lee, who would win? Keith Lee. They've wrestled before. Good match. Keith Lee won. I would say Keith Lee a bit more. I just prefer Keith Lee.
No, Billy Gunn doesn't turn on them. And calls us down that match. Their first match is good at All Out, so
it was very good. I think it was. I would call it match of the night at All Out, but
yeah,
like,
it was.
like there, in terms of in-ring spectacle, it wasn't as good as Dark Order and Hangman versus the Elite. But in terms of making me like, oh, who is going to win this one? Getting my blood pumping because I genuinely could not tell who was going to win. And that's when wrestling's best, when you don't know what's going to happen, when it feels like when you're their reign has started a little bit ago. It's too early for them to lose the belts. It'd be weird if they lost them to the Acclaimed. But you just feel that, come on, Acclaimed, you can do it. It reminds me a lot of Tyler Bate versus Volter. Very good match.
Pack Orange Cassidy.
Orange Cassidy is a heel. He just jumped back.
The match at Revolution 2020 was probably like the first major major match he had, and he shocked a lot of people because I didn't really know who he was before he came into AEW.
That was a heel move of him to do, though, just to attack him during an interview.
Yeah.
Why?
Who got to see him? I've been talking to a few. I don't know if I should say who it is. He's injured. There's a guy he could be on now, but he just recovered from surgery. He's injured. mean, we talked about him just a few minutes ago on the podcast. He's injured. He had surgery. I didn't know he had surgery until I found it out from him. But that's available. I like to get Julia Hart, maybe. I would love to have Malachi Black on still, but everything going on with that.
Yep. All best wishes to Malachi Black. You can see, I absolutely love the guy. I'm also a huge fan of his clothing line. I love Black Mass clothing.
I've been listening to a Julia Hart's theme song.
Really?
Like ever since I heard it in Chicago, just the line "The House Always Wins At." I found the actual song, and it's a really good song.
Is it on Spotify?
Yeah, it probably is.
I'm assuming it's metal, right? Because House of Black.
Yeah, it's
Blackheart, I think, is what it's called. I've seen. Oh, Harder Heart. Never mind, I lied.
That's every day I listen to that song now. That's my go-to song. It's by.
In terms of like theme songs that I listen to, I guess like Jane by Jefferson Starship, because that's Orange Cassidy's theme song. But like, I already knew of that song before Orange was using it. Same with Pixies. So, I guess not really, but
Julia Hart's theme song kind of sounds like Evanescence in a way, a little bit. But
what was I gonna say? Tony Storm's theme song is just a knockoff of Barracuda, so there's that. No, but OC has banger themes. Where's My Mind and Jane are phenomenal. Malachi Black's Ogun Truce I love also. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, Ogun Truce. But that's just because I like metal a lot. I'm a big metal person.
It's 8:17. I wish they would have put the women's match in the second match. That they did that the last 2 weeks. Put the women on second match, but they got time though.
The talent right here, Tony Storm and Athena, is insane. Actually, oh my gosh, why is the DMD in this one? Why did this have to happen?
So Jamie Hayter could get a revenge.
When are we going to get more Jamie Hayter and Britt Baker possession? TK, you need to strike while the iron is hot.
I thought tonight's the perfect opportunity
to progress it. It is, because at this point, it's so far away from the pay-per-view when it happened. I think TK has that problem. Like, it's the same problem that Ring of Honor of old used to have a lot, where they would wait a while to crown people who were deserving of it. Because, like, people are not going to be invested in Britt Baker, Jamie Hayter, because they've been wanting it to happen for so long. A development happens in it, and now we have to wait another 3 weeks for a development. Why would I be intrigued by that? Because now I know I just have to wait.
Like right now is the perfect time after All Out, everything. This is the perfect time though.
Mm-hmm.
But whether they do it or not, we'll have to see. Dr. Britt Baker. Fallen Goddess.
Athena needs some kind of feud to get a win.
Yeah. She's lost 2 matches, Jade and a tag match, I believe.
I can't believe she lost to Jade in like 5 minutes. It was.
Yeah,
That
it
was
was
atrocious.
I thought it was gonna be a good match or a decent, pretty match, but the best match like being there was probably between 3 matches, either the Dark Order and Hangman versus the Elite, Ricky Starks and Hawk. Or am I getting Ricky Starks? Keith Lee and Swerve versus the Acclaimed, or CM Punk and Moxley. I said the crowd was split Moxley and CM Punk, but it was more Punk, I think, because they're in Chicago. But that was my first AEW pay per view, and I can definitely tell the difference from a Dynamite or Rampage to a pay per view.
Yeah, I still haven't been to an AEW event. I wake up too late to buy tickets, but missed some comments here. Michael says new champ next week on Dynamite. The Acclaimed, I'm assuming. Yeah.
Yeah, there will be a new champ with the AEW title. There will be a new champion. I hope they claim win.
Also, Aiden, who would you and Connor like to meet from AEW? They haven't met yet. I haven't met anyone from AEW actually. I was not here for the Buddy Matthews interview, but yeah, I'm cool. I haven't met many wrestlers. I've talked to a few of them like backstage when I worked a wrestling show in Joliet. Like I talked probably like the biggest one I talked to was like Marche Rocket. He's pretty chill. So that's really it. I haven't interacted much with anyone besides Sabu. That was really cool when we got to do that interview. I'm still very proud of that. But yeah, anyone's cool. Jason Blue, I hope Jamie Hayter comes out as well. Definitely, because it's been like I'm already losing interest in the story. If you wait, it's like if you're reading a I always use manga because I'm a weeaboo, but like a comic or something, like a comic book, and like one issue that's like 5 pages long comes out every month. You're not gonna retain interest in it for a long time, you know. It just hurts. Chainsaw Man right now. But yeah, it just sucks.
I thought Serena Deeb's on TV. She was on Rampage against Madison Rain last Friday. Now she's on Dynamite.
I didn't get to watch Rampage on Friday. Did Serena Deeb win that match? I'm assuming.
Yeah, she won.
Okay.
It was a decent match, but she won by submission.
I really like Serena Deeb. I want to see Serena Deeb win the AEW title someday.
Yeah, I think it's inevitable for her not to win at some point.
Mm-hmm. I would have actually. I could totally see her beating Toni Storm someday.
Yeah, when hopefully it's not long for Thunder Rosa comes back and Toni Storm can be and she can be the actual champion because I don't count the interim. I mean, yeah, you want it, but if you lose it, then you were never really champion.
Yeah. It would be interesting to see an interim title change hands because I don't think we've seen that in AEW so far.
Mm-mm.
But I don't believe, from what I've heard, that Thunder Rosa's injury is going to last long enough to really merit an interim title change.
I feel like if Thunder Rosa was going to be out like 7 to 9 months or something like that, they wouldn't have even done an interim. But from to do an interim, she must have she's not going to be out for too long.
Mm-hmm. But I'm very excited for Thunder Rosa versus Toni Storm. I'm pretty sure Toni Storm is going to win that when the time comes.
Yeah. Hopefully Full Gear, that's when they...
I agree, yeah.
But the first match they had at Forbidden Door was really good. It was the only women's match on the card, and they did... I thought the match was good.
I also want to see Hikaru Shida win the title again someday.
Yeah.
Personally, for me, I want to see her win as a heel. I know I keep saying it, but I'm telling you, Yakuza-inspired faction for Shida to lead. Put Amy Sakura on it. Put Vaney, also known as Asuka in Japan. Vaney, they were in the AEW tournament thing that had like half of it in Japan, half of it in America. I would say Aja Kong is like the heater, but if you don't want to use Aja Kong, put Nyla Rose there. Nyla Rose is great and would benefit from being in a faction. And then if you want a mouthpiece, so someone like Shida can cut promos in her raw Japanese charisma, bring in Lana as a mouthpiece. Lana's a fantastic mouthpiece. Not as much a wrestler, but as a mouthpiece, she's phenomenal. Plus, it would make Miro very happy. And I want to make Miro happy, especially if he's there until 2026. I would like to see more Aja Kong in AEW, but Aja Kong is getting old.
I thought they were going to do Awesome Kong versus Aja Kong there for a minute when they first started, but they never did it.
I think they're both too old for that to make it work any. I think it was in 2018, I want to say, that Aja Kong had a really, really good match with Hikaru Shida at I can't remember exactly where it was, but it was very good, I remember. Let's have it written down, like right around here. Yeah, Aja Kong versus Hikaru Shida, OZ Academy.
Good sling blade by Britt Baker. Deep time.
Aja Kong might also be my favorite women's wrestler of all time. Actually, tied with Manami Toyota. I love Manami Toyota. I think more people in general, like nowadays, not women nor women or men, need to wrestle like Manami Toyota.
Oh, that was a good transition to a submission hold.
Do I think that AEW should always have All Out in Chicago, or do I think they should share the love? For Jacksonville, I mean, like they had every single show in Jacksonville for over a year.
They were.
That was really wearing it out. But I think All Out is fine in Chicago. It's really where AEW started with All In. It's like there's a lot of history there.
I will say, like if they're gonna have Forbidden Door, and they're gonna do that in Chicago as well, or Japan.
I think Forbidden Door can move.
And there's only 2 pay-per-views that could go to a different city besides Las Vegas and Chicago, Full Gear and Revolution.
Well, I think because Double Nothing's in Vegas, All Out Chicago. I do think that I like
because they're gonna wear the market out in Chicago.
I don't think they will if it's one pay-per-view a year. Because
like there's so many cities like Phoenix, Arizona, like so many big cities that they could probably draw a lot of money off of that they never been to.
Yeah, but the problem is that like Phoenix is kind of out of the way for a lot. Like Chicago is it's such a big area, second biggest city in the U.S. Right, I think second or third. So that just helps a lot. Plus, AEW has been in Chicago for so long; they've really established it as their home base, as well as the United Center is just great, and there's so much you can do there, and especially with the fact that Chicago is in the middle of the country, it's a lot easier for a lot more fans to fly to. Yeah. So it's just a good geographic location for it, I think.
I think they're gonna have to. I think they'll move it somewhere different eventually because there's so many states that has never got an AEW show. Wait, what up? What? I didn't catch what happened there.
Oh my!
What was the finish?
Serena Deeb throws Toni Storm into Britt Baker while she's holding a chair and gets pinned. Way to make your champion look like a chump there. Oh my god!
Ooh,
that was so bad.
Come on, Jamie. Here comes Jamie.
This is so bad. Tony Khan just needs to. Tony Khan.
Oh, come on.
Let Kenny Omega book the women's division.
All that for nothing. She's still going off on Britt Baker, though.
Why? Why? Oh my god.
I don't know, maybe.
What?
No, I thought it was a good match until the ending.
That made no sense.
I don't know where they think they're going with that, but tonight was a perfect opportunity to set it off.
Tony, come on, man.
Ethan Page versus Danhausen. That should be good.
Mm-hmm.
Penelope Ford versus Will Nightingale. Penelope Ford is picking up the win. Matt Hardy versus Darby Allin.
People are saying Storm versus Deeb at Grand Slam Dynamite and Baker versus Athena for Grand Slam Rampage.
No Fatal 4. Women's All Atlantic pack and Cassidy. That's a good way to showcase the All Atlantic Championship from 20,000. Rampage, Grand Slam. Yeah, Rampage is 2 hours next Friday.
Okay, Tony Storm, Serena Deeb, Athena, Dr. Baker, DMD. Whoa. Action Bronson and Hook versus 2.0. Like 30-ish minutes left for the show, and they're giving it to Chris Jericho and Danielson. Not mad at that. I can't be mad at seeing more Bryan Danielson.
I thought the women's match was a good match until the ending. I thought it was good. It was
I think so too.
I just don't know where they think they're going. I mean, Jamie Hayter comes out. Acts like she's going to turn on Britt Baker. And she just hits Athena or Tony Storm with she hit Tony Storm with it, and she's still arguing with Britt Baker. So I don't know I don't know. Hopefully,
I don't get why she attacked.
Why
she attacked Tony Storm?
Here we different states. Oh, you live in the UK. Thanks for watching in the UK. I live in the UK. We haven't had an AEW. I know Jim Ross said that they're calendared to go there next year for like a tour in the UK.
I'm really happy to see pictures of Kenny Omega and Kota Ibushi reuniting in Japan. Makes me very happy to see. Yeah, I can't wait until AEW does a UK show. I love UK crowds. They're so good.
I think a UK AEW pay-per-view would do good. Maybe I don't think
Maybe
it'd be.
Revolution.
Yeah, I was about to. Yeah, Revolution would be good.
Oh man, and you could have Pac on the card. You could have.
So
I
when AEW,
was about to say Malachi Black. No.
so when AEW first started, they had a few other UK talents. Jimmy Havoc, and he was said to be a major piece to that, but he's not with them anymore. But
yeah, Kip Sabian on the card.
yeah, you got Kip Sabian, you got William Regal, you got there's a lot of people from AEW that's from UK.
I know there's way more. Who am I forgetting?
Yeah, I think Anthony Ogogo.
Yeah, have him on there. Let's see.
Oh, and FTR is defending the IWGP Tag Team Championships against Aussie Open.
Yeah, that's going to be a banger match.
I'm going to have to find a way to watch that.
Mm-hmm. Sports. Entertainers.
I
love how he says it.
I hope FTR wins.
Me too.
I like Aussie Open, though.
Aussie Open is going to be amazing. Do you think AEW should have more pay-per-views? And what about people in other states? Do you think that they will always like it to be in Chicago? I don't think they should have more pay-per-views because I think that the spacing between pay-per-views is fine as is. And then, yeah, it sucks for a lot of other fans, but I think it's just ultimately the smarter business decision for it to be in Chicago.
I think they make more money in Arizona or states I've been to.
I don't think they would because
Phoenix is a big.
Yeah, but people can't fly in from to Phoenix as easily as Chicago.
Because all their demographic, states have a big fan base in Phoenix.
Yeah, the problem is that there's so much of a bigger population in Chicago and just that in the area around it.
Then it's the same stage setup, the same.
Plus, it's a matter of consistency because they've always had in Chicago. It feels like AEW, Chicago is AEW territory the same way that Connecticut is WWE territory.
It's just gonna get 10 years from now. Every year, you only have 4 pay-per-views, so normally it's 2 for 2 other states.
I mean, I think it's
I think they will move it.
I don't think they will. Tony Khan likes Chicago. I
just don't see from 10 years from now them still doing that.
Maybe some years they'll move it, but I think that they're always gonna have some kind of big events or something in Chicago.
I would have personally, next year I would put all in Toronto, Canada, or somewhere in Canada. I think, they sold out in Canada in 2 minutes, so they would make. Eventually, you gotta explore different states you haven't been to.
I get what you mean, and if they're doing Forbidden Door, because in 2023 they're probably doing Forbidden Door in Japan. If in 2024 they're bringing it back to Illinois, I put Forbidden Door in Chicago, and then you can put All Out somewhere else. But the United Center is just iconic.
Because I didn't like that did Forbidden Door, Chicago, All Out, Chicago.
Yeah, I agree that you can only have one pay-per-view there because at that point it's an oversaturation. So I agree with you on that.
They just need to go other places. They go to the same places every year. It seems like Pittsburgh, Boston, Jacksonville, Chicago.
It works though. They're making a good amount of money from live gates.
Because there's so many fans overseas that haven't even got one AEW show.
Mm-hmm.
That and Tony Khan said that he wants to take AEW across the world.
Yeah, I could see
which Canada is the first start to that. I think Texas would be good for an AEW pay-per-view because they've done very well with their shows
in Austin and everything. Their Austin crowds are usually nice, yeah. Man, they're really bringing out the chops and everything.
And like also like at the All Out and Double or Nothing, like they had the regular Dynamite stages. Like I like when AEW first started and they had the full gear. That was a pretty cool one. The Revolution.
Mm.
But All Out and Double or Nothing's kind of the same, anyways.
Do you think that AEW could do some kind of event, kind of like Clash at the Castle that WWE just did, where it's just like specifically branded as, "Hey, we are in the United Kingdom"?
Yeah, I could see that.
I'd be fine with that. Yeah, I liked Clash of the Castle for the most part. Didn't like that Drew and Tyson Fury singing was televised. That was really weird. Don't like that Drew didn't win. I really think Roman has the most boring title reign in pretty much any promotion right now.
He's going to go in the next WrestleMania as champion. Like they don't want him to lose. Like they want to take the one title off of him, but they don't want him to lose none.
I saw that. It's like
they don't want him to lose not one match.
It's like, okay, just book a triple threat if you don't want him to get pinned. Just book a triple threat.
Like they don't want him to lose the match. Like he has to win every match until I don't know who's going to go against. If they want to do The Rock and him, Roman's going to beat The Rock, so he'd surpass 1,000 days. Which if he goes to next year WrestleMania as champion, he'll have it for at least 900 something days. He's about to surpass 800.
I'm assuming that Cody Rhodes is going to beat him for the belt.
He's the only one left. Maybe Randy Orton.
It should be Xavier Woods, though. It should be Xavier Woods. Like, think of the story that can be told there. Like, with Big E and Kofi have already won it. They've already been to the mountain. They're trying to get Xavier there. The New Day is a family built on, like, loving each other and trusting each other and everything, all the good stuff. And the Bloodline is a family just ruled by fear. There's such a good juxtaposition that could be told there.
I feel like if Vince McMahon was in charge, that would happen. But I think Triple H they had to have promised Cody a world title shot. He's the only person that can beat him besides Randy Orton, which he's out.
It was
Cody winning the Royal Rumble.
Did you watch that Bloodline versus Drew Orton and Riddle match? I think it was at WrestleMania Backlash. I'm not positive though.
No, I don't.
It was very good.
I don't like watching WrestleMania Backlash because there's rematches from WrestleMania that already happened. Like
I agree with that.
They do that every year. Like I already seen it one time. I don't want to see it. Like that's the one thing that WWE. Well, since Triple H has taken charge, it hasn't really happened as much. But like they wore out Rey Mysterio and Seth Rollins, the whole feud. Like they would have to drag Rey Mysterio's family into it just to make it interesting. Like that was then Buddy Matthews was dating or had something with Rey Mysterio's daughter who's underage.
Yeah, that was really weird. These Australians are destroying the Mysterio family right now.
And then
look at what happened with Dominic.
And then even Buddy Matthews said he was uncomfortable doing it. That's why it didn't last too long. It's not if Jericho won this. No, it's Danielson, though. Because last year they had the big match of Kenny Omega and Danielson. Look at Jericho's chest.
Yeah, they chopping each other right now.
That's one thing I'll say about the Eddie Kingston and Ishii. Like that was not even a wrestling match. Like I swear they stood there for like 5 minutes and just chopped each other.
Mm-hmm.
And like the crowd was dead until they did something different.
I thought it was good. Like just good though.
Like that's really all. I like Ishii. That's really majority of his matches chops. Like the first, like they literally did that for 5 minutes. And then they finally moved on to punches, strikes, whatever you want.
I really like Ishii though. Ishii versus Shibata, 2013 G1 Climax is one of my favorite matches ever. Actually, it might be in my top 10. Let's check. I don't think it is, but it might be. Oh, no, it's not, but it's close. I'm thinking about rewatching Jon Moxley versus Will Ospreay tonight.
Yeah, I watched that match on YouTube.
It's on YouTube? Man, I must have missed it then. It's probably taken down now.
I believe it was. Or maybe it was a highlight or something. Yeah, it was a highlight, I think.
Ooh, don't give me a virus, Daily Motion thingy.
Best he's ever been. Nipping it and tearing at the wound. And Ospreay's certainly not familiar with an epic encounter.
Oh, nice. Here we go. Man, I'm enjoying this match. I found what's it called? I found a site that lets me stream wrestling without picture-in-picture, so that's what I've been using lately. Man, Jericho has gotten into phenomenal shape.
Like, can you hear the commentary too? Like them?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, like they do picture-in-picture, then they go straight into the commercial.
Danielson's doing push-ups right now.
Jericho still got it with the Lion Sox. So at that one time, they were in Jacksonville.
Do you feel like this might be the last little bit of Jericho's career? You know how a candle burns brightest when it's about to go out?
He's got till in the next year as his contract expires, so this is going to be his last run, probably. This is his last contract he'll sign, probably.
I could see him going to WWE for a bit, though. Getting that Hall of Fame induction.
That's all he'll do, probably. Like, even Danielson said he's not going to wrestle, go back for the Hall of Fame. But Jericho said that, like, he would probably no-show his Hall of Fame.
Really?
Yeah, he said that on his podcast. I don't know if he was joking. Like, this was a few years ago, but
I really liked that promo that Jericho gave where he was like, "It's my locker room" and everything like that. That was phenomenal. Did you realize that on the Wednesday after All Out, the first Dynamite after All Out, that MJF was essentially a caricature of CM Punk? How he came up and he was like showing love to Buffalo and everything, and then he got called out and stuff, and then he became a jerk. It feels like he's a caricature of CM Punk there. I think that's genius right there. Whether it's intentional or not intentional, or it's supposed to be or not supposed to be there, you know.
there's a third-party investigation going on that.
Yeah, that's why the Elite nor CM Punk are on my fantasy booking card for Full Gear.
Yeah. Now, just a fact. Good German suplex. He must have had it there. I will say that a lot of people are defending the Elite, but like, what if Punk's type is really true that they spread something out that he had nothing to do with Colt Cabana getting taken off, and it seemed like when Punk first got in AEW and Colt Cabana was they were on the same shows together that they had no problem until, which he says they told, I don't know. And even the story that happened to fight, there's two stories to it. Like CM Punk's story that they barged in, and the Young Bucks story that they just went in, and that's probably when there's a third-party investigation going on, because the two sides are definitely different. Mm-hmm. This is a really good match. But Very good paced match.
I feel like Bryan Danielson matches hit harder on Dynamites, or like not hit harder like literally, but like they're better on Dynamites than on pay-per-views. I've been feeling that lately. Like I'm kind of preferring this match to their match at All Out. And then like think about him versus Kenny was great. Man.
Yeah, I'd say this match is better than their All Out match.
Mm-hmm. See, Danielson is one of the best in the world. I love him. And I love that he came into the company being like, I'm not here to put over younger talent. I'm here to win championships, everything. And then he ends up, like, look at Daniel Garcia and Wheeler Yuta now because of him. Just absolutely elevated. But man, Jericho has been putting on some banger matches too. I bet that his cage match score is going to be, his recent matches are going to be insane if I check it right now.
Oh, you guys think Danielson will win the title? I hope not, because I don't want his title in that short.
Yeah.
But I'm all for a Danielson title run. $8:52, so you got a little bit of time left.
Yeah, at All Out, their match was only given on cage matches 6.7. Pretty low. Considering that Wrestling Observer newsletter gave it a 4-star. It was definitely not a 4-star match. But also Chris Jericho versus Eddie Kingston at what's it called? Revolution. That match was so good.
Yes.
How many years until AEW has a streaming service? Hopefully soon. I mean, they have a good deal going on with Warner Discovery, so maybe that'll help them. Plus, they have the whole Ring of Honor catalog to put on there. They have so many things they can put on there. Imagine like they have.
I hope he's not injured. I hope he's just.
I think it's a.
You never can tell if it's real or.
Referee hasn't thrown up an X yet, I don't think.
I think they might be on HBO Max in this year. But I'd rather it be its own thing sometimes rather than HBO Max. Because HBO Max is a total disaster right now with especially like business wise since they took over. They've canceled so many things. Then like the background it was probably gonna suck, but they lost out like millions of dollars.
Mm-hmm.
Even people that did the project, but yeah, streaming service will definitely be coming very soon.
Man, I would love if they could do a series where they they show like all the Nigel McGuinness versus Bryan Danielson matches, and then like in between each of the matches, they'll do like a little video package with like Bryan Danielson narrating over because they can't get Nigel McGuinness to do it because he works for WWE, but. Or they could do Punk and Joe, and they could have Joe and Punk talk about not over their matches, but like in a video package beforehand.
Yeah,
man, that'd be awesome. There's so much good Ring of Honor they can put on there too.
They also got when AEW filmed the House Always Wins, that house show they did.
Yeah, they recorded that. You're right.
And Cody Rhodes is on that show against Aaron Solo in a
tables match, right?
Yeah, it was something like that. It was
a really weird stipulation. They also had
in the main event. It was I think Michael Nagasawa was.
He was in the match too, and so was Konosuke Takeshita.
They we guys think Ace pay-per-views so far. Either Revolution or All Out.
I say Forbidden Door.
Yeah, if you, I guess you could consider it an AEW pay-per-view.
Yeah, I consider it one. Like I can call it a New Japan and AEW pay-per-view. It's a joint pay-per-view.
Because I counted the wins and losses to the AEW talent, so.
But like Orange Cassidy versus Will Ospreay, that match was fun.
Yeah, that was a good match.
Moxley versus Tanahashi, like it wasn't like a. I wouldn't give it a 10 out of 10 personally, but like it was still a spectacle to see. Will Ospreay is phenomenal. I hope to see him in AEW again someday.
Yeah. I'm glad he was in AEW this year. And he didn't just come around just for Forbidden Door either. He came back for the Trios tournament.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was really cool. Him and Aussie Open beat Death Triangle, which is really crazy considering that's who is now the tag.
Yeah.
If they wanted to bring Will Ospreay back for a rematch, I would totally be down. That'd be so good, actually.
Have them win the titles actually, Aussie Open, but like maybe not have a. Because it takes a lot. I don't know how the travel thing is with going to Japan and coming to the United States and coming back. I don't know how that is or what the precautions are and all that. Because I know there's probably some precautions still going out of country and stuff, maybe.
But I could totally see them like bringing those titles, giving them more prestige in Japan.
Taking the trio styles of Japan.
I would love to see eventually maybe someone from New Japan wins the All Atlantic title and brings it to Japan.
CM, what is that sign? The CM Punk owns the Bucks. Oh my God!
Oh my
CM
God!
Punk owns the Bucks. Sign in the front row.
Boo!
How did they? I'm surprised they're letting that show.
Have they waited the whole time to raise that sign?
I haven't seen it till just now, unless they've done it already. But
people in the front row should not be allowed to have signs because it just ruins the view for people behind you.
Yeah, I've had in Nashville that was a big problem.
Really?
Yeah, there was like a kid in front of me, and he was standing on a seat. Then I couldn't see anything, and I asked him to move like 3 times, and they refused. So I had to get a security guard, and then they made him sit down.
Man, that sucks.
And then I said, please. And I said 3 times. I tried to be nice about it, but.
Like, if you're going to bring a sign, make it about a wrestler instead of trying to get yourself over, you know? Like the CM Punk owns the Bucks. That's the fan trying to get themselves over. Bring it about someone who's on the card. Like, make it about someone who's on the card. And then, second, only raise it for like 3 seconds at a time.
Probably during the entrances and when the show starts, and especially
like that too.
But some people do it like during the matches and stuff, and that just gets irritating.
I remember I've only ever made one wrestling sign, and that was in 2015. I was like 13, and it was for Extreme Rules in Chicago, and I made a Roman Reigns sign, and it was awesome. And, you know, only held it up during Roman's match because, you know, that's what you do. That's proper sign etiquette.
Danielson.
Oh, is Chris going to tap? This is the second time Chris Jericho has tapped this year. That's actually insane.
Tapped to Eddie Kingston, and Danielson wins.
That was a pretty good match.
Moxley and Danielson next week. That's going to be the match at Revolution was very good. So. It was Mox
and Danielson against each other for the title.
I really hope he's just acting like he's injured or not. It's hard to tell.
I think he is. There's no way Jericho would have targeted the ankle like he did there. Jericho's usually a pro with dealing with people who are injured. Like, have you heard a story about how when he was working against Pac on, I think it was like Raw or SmackDown or something, how he like shattered his foot doing a baseball slide.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jericho's a pro with that.
CM Punk, he's holding it right up with Danielson and Moxley. Oh my god. You see that? Like, there's a clear photo shot right there. He shouldn't be allowed to have that. In my opinion, that's what I think.
Oh my gosh, this dude. Get
Like,
the sign out. Security needs to get that out.
I see, like, the camera's right there.
I know.
Moxley, Danielson. That's not what I want to see. See these.
I know, right? I want to see these two. I don't want these people. That's the worst with fans trying to get themselves over. It sucks. And I'd argue that it's more of a problem with AEW fans than WWE fans. WWE fans don't do that as often, you know?
Yeah. But they just asking for attention, really, when they make sounds like that.
Mm-hmm.
My dad said he loves wrestling, not the news, because he knows wrestling is better. Yeah, I doubt that. Great podcast, guys. Thank you. Yeah, I thought Dynamite was a very good episode, just like last week.
Yeah, good episode tonight. Wasn't as good as last week, but I think that's just because last week that had that Moxley promo. That Moxley promo was amazing.
Yeah. I thought the women's match was better last week. But yeah, we'll possibly be back tomorrow night for Carly's show. I know she did one last Thursday. I don't know if we'll do one tomorrow, but definitely check out the All Eyes on social media accounts in the description below. Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and Spotify. If we do have one, you'll be able to see it there and keep with all of our interviews and everything like that. We will be having an interview very, very soon. Talking to quite a few people. But yeah, I'd give Dynamite a 8 out of 10. Well, 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10 tonight. I give it an 8 out of 10 tonight. What about you, Aiden?
An 8 out of 10 for tonight? I'd say a 7.3 for tonight.
I was going 7, 8-ish between there.
I give it a 7.3.
Of course, we'll be back for Rampage Friday. Tomorrow, possibly review. Then we'll be back next week to do it all over again. Yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow, possibly.